Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's DLloyd, and man, we have really two deals specifically I do want to talk about, but quite a few deals that did go down today, as today was the final day for rookie extensions. So if you wanted to sign somebody to an extension before we go into the regular season, today was the final day, as tomorrow is officially tip-off of a brand new season. So hopefully tomorrow I'll have a video going out about, my top teams that I have favorites to win a championship this season. So be on the lookout for that tomorrow. But as of right now, we do want to talk about some of the signings. Mainly, the main one I want to talk about is Jaren Jackson Jr. You guys seen the title. Now, Jaren Jackson Jr. did sign a 4-year, $105 million extension. Yes, $105 million over 4 years, a little over $25 million per season. Now, Jaren Jackson Jr., a guy that, at least for me, I had a lot of expectations for, coming out of college. And I feel like he has lived up somewhat to those expectations. Granted, he, had that meniscus injury in his knee, and he only played a few games last season. So, a lot of people are hesitant. And, the games he did play, I believe he only averaged 14 points a game. But the last we've seen him at full strength, he was giving you, 17 points a game, 4 rebounds. He needs to up the rebound game. Hopefully at some point he could turn into maybe a 20-7 guy. That's where I would have expectations for a Jaren Jackson Jr. But as of right now, hopefully he can come back to this season. He could get you maybe, 17-5, 17-6. I think that is a pretty solid year for him. Now, at the $25 million per season, fans are going to have high expectations all of a sudden, right? They're going to want you to go out there and be an all-star. And that's where some of the disconnect is. I don't think he's an all-star, and I don't think he'll be an all-star for maybe a few seasons. Now, he does definitely have the potential to get up there, and I think that is what Memphis is banking on, right? That we drafted him, he has the potential to get there. And you have to remember, when you are a team like Memphis, you are not a free agent destination. Everybody isn't trying to go there. So you have to make sure that you lock up your talent, especially the talent that you drafted. So I think that is why his price was a little bit higher for Memphis. I don't think he would have gotten that deal on another team unless they were in a similar situation to Memphis. So I'm up and down about it. I'm going to go ahead and say I am cool with it. I know some people did not like or do not like the deal at all. I don't hate it. I'm not in love with it, but I do see the potential there. However, what does make the deal better is that it is not fully guaranteed, at least according to The Athletic, and that is where, I start to like the deal even more, man. That is not fully guaranteed. So this is from The Athletic. They said, quote, Jaren Jackson's deal have protection in it, just in case Jackson gets hurt again, allowing them to save some or all of the money that they would have owed him. So we don't know exactly what is in the deal. But if he goes down, Memphis has an out, essentially, to at least save some of it. And I'm guessing if a certain injury is a certain length, or, if it happens earlier or later, could potentially save all of the money. So that makes the deal a whole lot more attractive, in my opinion, and I'm cool with it. Now, somebody who's kind of looking just like we are at this deal and saying, that's crazy, but he's like, what about my deal? That's when we go over to Phoenix and look at DeAndre Ayton. Now, DeAndre Ayton, first overall draft pick. Now, I am high on DeAndre Ayton. Now, just like Jaren Jackson Jr., you look at his box score, doesn't have the greatest box score in the world, but I do think Ayton is effective. We've seen him come along in the playoffs. He definitely has his up and down days, for sure. That's no question now. The difference is he is looking for a max deal as opposed to, just a solid I can't believe I'm saying solid $100 million extension. The reports are that he was looking for somewhere up to $172 million. Now, if that's true, I don't know what he's thinking. I don't think he's a max guy. But something along the lines of Jaren Jackson Jr., I am okay with it because really the same reason. Now, Phoenix, now more so than Memphis, I think could potentially get some free agents. However, he fits into the role. He does what he's supposed to do. He averaged 10.5 rebounds last season, season before that averaged 11.5 rebounds a game. I think he's a guy who could easily, develop into that guy who could get you 20 points with those 10 rebounds. So I am a fan. I am a big fan. If you could lock him up, that is great. If you could get him maybe the 110, 120, I don't know what the exact numbers is. I'm cool with that. Around that $26, $27 million a year range, in my opinion, is fine. I could maybe go as much as 30. Anything after that, I'm fully out, man. So DeAndre Ayton, no contract extension. Will he get one in the offseason? We will see. This is going to be a big year for him. So maybe, when he walked out of that building, Phoenix is looking like, now that this is a prove-it year, maybe DeAndre Ayton gives us an even better season, goes out there, shows his worth. Yes, it may cost us some money, but he was already looking for the max. We can't go higher than that anyway. So maybe there's some gamesmanship there when it comes to coming up with the contract. We'll see how everything plays out. I'm looking forward to a solid season from the Suns and DeAndre Ayton. So I think he could show that his value is there, and maybe he does earn that max deal next season, man. But those are the two deals that I definitely want to talk about. Malcolm Brogdon did sign as well a 2-year extension, over $80 million now for over 4 years with a 2-year extension for him. I think that is well deserved. I think that's a solid price for him. That will take him till he's about 31, 32 years old. I believe he's either 28, 27, somewhere around there. So I definitely like that deal as well. So that's some things that I just want to talk about. You guys let me know how you guys feel about mainly the Jaren Jackson Jr. deal and the fact that DeAndre Ayton did not get a deal. Let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. It's DLloyd. I'm see y'all next time. Peace.